Welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Prof channel on YouTube. I appreciate you tuning in, and if you like this video, please like it and subscribe because it helps the channel grow. Now I'm going to get right into it today. I got a couple topics to cover, and it's a little different from my typical videos of either information or what I've been selling. This video is going to focus on motivation, number one, and number two, finding your competitive advantage. So if motivation takes too long, I might break this video up into two, but we'll see how it goes. So today's Monday, and I know for a lot of people it's hard to get motivated on Mondays, so this might be a weekly kind of video where I talk about motivation. I try and get you fired up to go out and find some items to list, make some money, and also to be focused on other parts of your business. And when I was thinking about doing this video, I was thinking about a couple things. One, be impeccable with your word. That's from this book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, R-U-I-Z, which, the concept really comes down to being honest with yourself and following through when you make a commitment. If you say, I'm going to thrift, I'm going to take this business seriously, I'm going to make money, I'm going to do my best for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, I want to see if I can make more than $2,000 a month or $3,000 or $6,000, then doing the things you need to do every day, like either thrifting or listing, is really important. And so being impeccable with your word, when you say I'm going to do something, you got to follow through and do it. And that applies to everything in your life. The more you're able to do that, the more successful you are. The more you're able to say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and work out no matter how I feel, is the same thing, of course, as I'm going to thrift tomorrow, I'm going to find some stuff to resell no matter how I feel. Which kind of leads me into the second part of this, of motivation. And there is, in our society, this feeling that you have to be motivated to do something, which is actually not true at all. You don't have to be motivated to do anything. You can just decide, I'm going to do something, and I'm going to suck it up, and I don't care how I feel. Because I said I was going to do this thing, because I want to make money. I want a side business where I'm in control of my life, where I'm making extra money, and even if I wake up and I'm tired from the weekend and I don't have energy, I'm just going to do it. You can do that, and all it is a decision. And you can take some steps. I'm going to go over these, some things you can do to help you in that direction. Some things that I do, and I'm just going to share. I've got motivational videos on YouTube that I have, some for working out, some like motivational speeches, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Will Smith kind of things. There's tons out there. And sometimes when I'm feeling where I don't have the energy, I listen to those and I get fired up and I'm ready to go. And the other thing that I do is you move your body. Before I did this video, to tell you the truth, I wasn't totally fired up, I wasn't totally motivated, but I'm really trying to stay on a schedule and create more content and get these out. So what I just did 60 seconds of jump rope. Just quick, get energy in the body, get moving, and get the blood flowing, and all of a sudden you just got a little bit more energy and you're ready to go. So those are things that help me, and for you, maybe it'll be different. Maybe it's putting on music. The other thing I've been doing when I'm out thrifting, sometimes I listen to motivational stuff, sometimes I listen to books, but I also listen to music. Whatever music gets you fired up. There's some great, I listen to, there's a channel that's EDM, and it's got, the beats per minute is like 120, 150. It gives you energy. Just listening to that stuff, it keeps me going. And another thing that I do, I keep coffee in my car because there are times where I just need a little kick. I need a little caffeine. So thinking ahead of what are things you can do that will help you to stay motivated is huge. Having music you can listen to that gets you fired up while you're out, because sometimes you need that. Sometimes it's just, it's mental plus other things. So those are all things that I do to feel energized and to get things done that I want to get done. And that's really what this business comes down to, is you decide, hey, I want to get these things done because I know when I go thrifting, when I list items on eBay and Amazon, I make money, and that's what I want to do. And my goal is X. You know, it's 2,000 a month, 3,000 a month, 6,000 a month, whatever it is. The only way you can reach those goals is if you follow through on what you want to do. So that's the motivation part, and maybe we'll keep doing those. Let me know in the comments if you like that and if you want to keep doing those. The second part is competitive advantage. And some of you are newer, so you're probably thinking, well, I'm new to this. I don't have any competitive advantage that I can think of. I'm just getting my feet wet. I'm just learning about this stuff. But the truth is, everybody in this business has a competitive advantage if you think about it, if you really look at it. If you're a woman or a girl and you're really into fashion, you know all those brands. You know all the keywords. You know the difference between a scoop dress and a sleeveless top and a Tory Burch versus a Vera Bradley. You know all these women's clothing brands. So that's a huge advantage. There are a lot of guys listening to this that are like, I don't know what you just said. It sounded like you were speaking Chinese. So, and conversely, let's go the other way. If you're a guy and you've got a lot of knowledge in video games, Xbox, PS3, 4, Nintendo, all these different game sets, you've got a big advantage there because there are a lot of people, myself included, that are learning all those things right now. I went to a rummage sale over the weekend. There were a bunch of Xbox games. I wound up getting 8, but the guy said to me, he gave me the choice of going through them and picking them out, and I just thought to myself, like, I don't know enough about these games to be able to pick out the winner. It's a waste of my time. So I took the top 8 that were on top, and I did really well at this rummage sale. And there's a lot of other stuff there, so I didn't want to waste my time in an area that I wasn't familiar with. But if you're familiar with video games, that's a big advantage. Some of the other areas are sports and athletic equipment is big. Pokemon cards, if you know Pokemon cards. If you know sneakers, there's a lot of sneakerheads out there. Some people focus their entire reselling business just on sneakers. So, and it could be beyond just knowing the items. It could be just something specific to yourself. I'll give you an example about me. My main business is in the stock market, and I live in California, so I work on New York time. So I wake up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning almost every morning, sometimes earlier. So for me to go to a garage sale at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday or Sunday is a piece of cake. I'm the first person there. I get to go, I get to go to the best garage sale, and I'm like usually the only person there sometimes. That's a huge advantage for me. When I started this, I thought, I have no advantages, but that's a good advantage for me. I can go to some Goodwills because I control my schedule. I can be there at 9:30 when they're just opening. So for you, it could be a different type of advantage, and you can create your own. If you have access to people with knowledge of different categories, use that. Like if you've got, I'm trying to learn more about fishing rods and lures and those kind of things. If you've got access to people who know those, who know those items, that can be a huge advantage for you. So those are some ideas about finding your competitive advantage, because it'll help you, and you definitely have one. You just have to figure it out, and you need to use it. Definitely use whatever your competitive advantage is, and always be learning. The biggest competitive advantage of all is to be always learning. Always look at what's sold on eBay, because that helps you learn. And the more categories you know about, the more times you'll walk into a thrift store or a garage sale or an estate sale and say, oh, I know what that's worth, and I know I want that. Or, I know that that's overpriced and I don't want that. That is a huge advantage, and it'll help you get up to speed. It'll help you make money. It'll just make your life so much easier. So I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. If you like the idea of doing like a motivational Monday type of thing, I think that's a good idea. I like doing motivation, and frankly, everybody needs it. There are times where I'm not feeling it, so it helps everyone. Anyway, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel because it helps us grow. And thanks for tuning in.